other region in Britain.
Interest rates for the whole of the Eurozone. And define the West Country.
Emma, what's been happening?
Well, overnight, Devon and Cornwall police have kept a presence here at the flat in Plymouth. And it obviously follows the shocking events yesterday in Exeter, where just before 1 p.m. there was reports of an explosion at the Giraffe restaurant. That's in the Princess Hay development in the city. Now, obviously, following that, a man was arrested. It's reported that his name was Nicky Riley, aged 22. Now, today, police will continue their investigations here in Plymouth.
Snowdon is at the depot in Plymouth. Emma, what's this all about?
Well, basically, it's all about the money, namely how much these tanker drivers are paid when they work for Shell. Now, they're basically saying that in the last 15 years, they haven't received a pay increase, and they want one of at least 13%.
Good morning. A group of North Devon women who faced breast cancer and survived are setting up a special support network. The women found there just wasn't enough help on hand when they were diagnosed, so the Bosom Buddies were formed. Whether it's health advice or simply a cup of tea and a chat, the founding members believe that this new group will help dozens of sufferers. Remembrance Day, November the 11th, is almost upon us, and today the Royal British Legion launches its Devon Poppy Appeal at Exeter Racecourse. The money from the appeal helps serving and former members of the armed forces, and demands on the Legion are increasing.
Emma Snowdon has blagged her way into Glastonbury for us this evening. Emma, is it hotting up there?
Well, it's certainly hotting up. It's certainly very busy, Alexis. As you can see behind me, the catering facilities are in place, and there's even a few people who've pitched up their favourite little spots for the next few days. Now, you can't help being blown away by the fact that whether or not this is the first time or the 38th time that you've been here, this is a massive event. Thousands of people expected here, and it may be that the king of festivals around here in the West Country, but it certainly isn't the only one. So I've been checking out what else is on offer. There's one sure sign that summer's here in the West Country, and it's not always the weather. Surprisingly, it's our music scene, and every year dozens of top acts come from all over the world and head for the southwest. From here at the Eden Project all the way up to Glastonbury, there's something for everyone. And preparations are well underway to get the stage ready for the beginning of the Eden Sessions. With crowds of up to 6,000, it's one of the region's more intimate venues. With the Kaiser Chiefs already sold out, it looks set to be another successful year. A tragic accident that could have been avoided if the driver, Ben Warntonaby, had been driving a car with the adaptations he needed for his special needs. Coroner Andrew Cox's verdict followed evidence from witnesses on the day who had seen the driver of the car travelling over 90 miles per hour before he hit a wall. He also heard from the car dealership who had supplied the Vauxhall Astra without having the hand controls for modified steering and braking, despite these being conditions of his driving licence. This is just some of the damage caused by hundreds of unwanted guests that turned up to the 18th birthday party of Sarah Brooks just outside Bovey Tracy. And today, Radio 1 DJ Pete Tong is being blamed after a shout-out on his Friday night show invited anyone to come along.
Hi, we're dancing and getting ready for a huge mansion party, 500 plus people going. It's in Bovey. Tracy and Devon tipping us off on that. Anyone who is listening can come along, apparently. Just say hi to Marilyn Monroe on the door.
And these pictures capture some of the mayhem that followed, with hundreds of people milling around, reluctant to go home.
I mean, you would never imagine the sea of humanity that descended on this house.
Well, it may be the longest day of the year, but somebody seems to have forgotten to tell the sun. But it doesn't seem to be dampening the spirits here in Cornwall, where I've been finding out what the link is between solstice and all these fairies. Hundreds of people gathered this morning to watch the sun rise and mark the longest day of the year, the summer solstice. Modern-day Druids join those celebrating at Stonehenge. But this is only the beginning, as many will be celebrating midsummer over the weekend. And it isn't the only place you'll be able to see Druids. Oh, and fairies. Well, I've always wanted to find out what it's like to be a fairy, so I think I'll go and give it a try. So here I am, transformed as a fairy, and I'm ready to grant my first wish. And my first one is for sun.